to an exaggerated fantasy life. She wasn't popular at school and didn't fit in. English was the only subject she excelled at. Her parents were practical, brilliant, scientific people, and they didn't understand her at all. Sometimes she imagined she was adopted, but she looked so much like her father, with his wild light brown hair and stark blue eyes. It was impossible to deny the lineage. Sighing, she got out of bed, changed the sheets stained with butter from the cookies, and then took a shower. She dressed in a red plaid skirt with red leggings, black ankle boots, a white silk blouse underneath a green sweater vest, with jangly jingle bells on it, which Graham had knitted for her. And just to be whimsical, she donned a headband adorned with reindeer antlers that she'd won at Dickens on the Square. Her mother would loathe the headband. Reason enough to wear it. She wandered into the kitchen and Grandma waved her to the table. She slid a mug of hot chocolate in front of her, along with a plate of Belgian waffles and thick slab bacon. "Did you sleep well?" Graham asked, with a twinkle in her eye. "Very well," Sarah grinned. "Did you dream of your true love?" "I did." Sarah couldn't tell Graham who her true love was. You weren't supposed to tell, or you'd jinx the Kismet cookie prophecy. "Same as last year?" "And the year before, and the year before that, and the year before that." Graham nodded. "Then it's for real, sweet pea. He is your destiny." A happy shiver rushed over her arms, and she hugged herself tight. Travis Walker, her one true love. She hadn't seen him since she'd been back in town, even though each time she stepped out on her grandmother's front porch, she glanced over at his house, hoping to see his battered Ford pickup in the driveway. She didn't ask Grandma about him. She was afraid to give away her secret crush. Not a crush, she reminded herself. Destiny. Sarah swallowed a mouthful of waffle, dripping with real maple syrup, and bit into a crisp slice of bacon. She wanted to get her breakfast eaten before her mother got there and started in on her about her weight. Grandma told her she was just the right size, but Helen Collier would whip out her calculator, tap in some numbers, and tell her that her BMI was 25.4, and that qualified as overweight. Size 14. Her mother would shake her head while her disappointed eyes said, "Chubby chug butt." Sarah took another bite of waffle and wondered if Travis thought she was fat or looked geeky with braces. A knock sounded at the door. "Come in," Grandma said, getting to her feet as the back door opened. Dottie Mae Densmore, who was her grandmother's age and lived down the road, popped into the room, a basket of fresh-baked blueberry muffins dangling from her upturned elbow. "Merry Christmas!" "Merry Christmas, Mrs. Densmore," Sarah said. "My, don't you look festive," Dottie Mae said. "I love the reindeer antlers." Sarah raised a hand to finger the antlers made from brown felt and stuffed with cotton batting. "Thanks." Dottie Mae, her cheeks flushed red from the cold, set the muffins on the sideboard and turned to Grandma Mia. "So, I guess you're not going to the wedding?" "Wedding?" Grandma wrinkled her forehead. "When is it?" "You didn't get an invitation?" Dottie Mae pressed 3 fingers to her lips. I'm sorry. I just assumed you'd gotten one." Grandma shook her head. "I just got mine day before yesterday. Talk about last minute." Dottie Mae shook her head. "But seeing as how it's a shotgun situation." Sarah wasn't sure what they were talking about. What did a shotgun have to do with getting married? Surely someone wasn't planning on giving the bride and groom a shotgun for a wedding gift. "I've been so busy with Christmas preparations, I haven't even checked my mail. I hope I got an invitation. Even though it's too late to attend, I do want to send a gift. You're not going?" "I can't. My boys and their families are driving in to spend Christmas Day with me." "It is bad timing. Helen and Mitchell are on their way as well." Dottie Mae arched an eyebrow, reached into the bottom of the muffin basket, and produced a bottle of peppermint schnapps. "Want to add a little holiday cheer to that hot chocolate, Mia?" "I thought you'd never ask." Graham grinned and went to the tea kettle on the stove to pour hot water into a cup of